Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as requested by my client, I am going to do a soft birthday glam, and I'll be dropping the techniques that I used in achieving this in this particular video. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Lizzie. You're welcome. For old subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. I love you guys so much. So we are quickly going to move into the video. My client here has a dry skin, and by that I mean that she doesn't sweat a lot, but we're still going to do the normal skin prep routine. So the first thing I'm going to do is to use a face wipe and a micellar water to clean her face. You want that perfect and clean skin, so we are doing that to remove all the dirt from the face. Thereafter, I'm going to go in with this MIS Bomb Moisturizer, and it's just the perfect for combination skin. It's just the perfect moisturizer for combination skin. So I am going to apply this on her T-zone area, the forehead, the jaw, underneath the eyes, and a little bit towards her nose, and I'm going to massage that properly into her skin. Thereafter, I'm going to go in with a face primer, and this face primer is in her Prime Flawless Ivy face primer, and I'm going to apply this using this Flawless Ivy brush, the perfect one of the perfect brushes that I know in the market. So I'm just going to apply this all over her skin like this, concentrate more on her T-zone area, and I'll apply this setting spray from Kiss Beauty on the brush and all over her face, and then just tap that properly into her skin. So right now I'm going to go in with foundation, and I'm just going to apply this all over her skin, and I'm using this V Beauty foundation that you can actually see that it's really beautiful and it's cool for her skin, just that it's a little bit light. So I'm going to tone it down by contouring the necessary areas that I need to. So you need to make sure that your beauty blender is damp, like put it into water and soak it a little bit, and then just make sure that it's damp before using it all over the face. So right now I'm going in with concealer, and I'm going in with this concealer that is about 3 tones lighter than that of her skin tone, just to highlight these areas which are her T-zone area. So I'm going to go in with a darker shade of concealer as well. The lighter shade of concealer is from Zaron Cosmetics, and then the darker shade of concealer is from V Beauty Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply it in these areas that you can see me apply them, which are the T-zone areas, because I want these areas to be properly highlighted. So now I'm going to pick up the beauty blender again and then just tap that into her skin. You want it to sit properly, you don't want harsh lines here and there, so tap that into her skin so that everything comes out nice. So I'm also going to blend the tip of her nose because I want that pointed effect. And then after that, I am going to go ahead to contour, but before that I'll blend everything properly to make sure that it looks like her neck, just so that her face is not too white, like whiter than her neck. You want everything to blend properly, and you want it to sit properly. So this is just me basically blending and minding my own business. So after doing all of that, I am going to go ahead to contour the nose using a darker shade of foundation. Don't use a foundation or a concealer that is too dark. You don't want the nose to look too dark. So just contour the nose just so that I can give you that pointed effect and blend properly. Right now I'm going in with blush, and this blush that I'm using today is from V Beauty Cosmetics still. So I'm going to go in with this shade. It's a little bit reddish, so I'm going to go in with this shade and then blend that properly by tapping all of that into her skin like this, just so that it looks good and so that it comes out nice. And I'm going to apply that towards the forehead as well, and also on the nose. So once we are done with that, I'm going to go ahead to apply powder all over her face. So I'll pick up one of my V Beauty brushes again. You can see how clean the skin looks, like how nice it looks. So I'm going to pick up my V Beauty brush, the powder brush, and I'm just going to apply powder in the area where I need to, you know, go in darker. I'm going to go in darker with a darker shade of powder by contouring, let's say, the cheekbone and then the forehead. And in the area where I need to apply her shade of powder, I will do that. In the area where I highlighted, which are the T-zone areas, I'm going to go in with lighter shades of powder. But before doing that, you need to make sure that you blend underneath the eyes properly, because that skin there is always really sensitive, and if you don't do that, you discover that you have harsh lines here and there, and the skin under the eyes will start creasing. That's what really makes your makeup bad. So before you go ahead with anything dry like powder, make sure that you blend the eyes that is underneath the eyes using a beauty blender before applying powder. You have a very smooth and a seamless effect. Right now I'm going to go ahead with blush, and I'm just going to apply the orange shade on the cheekbone like this. Just blend that properly so that it comes out nice, but don't do too much, or else you discover that the face will start looking too orangey and all. You get what I'm saying, right? So apply the blush on the cheekbone like that, and then on the nose. So at this point I'm going to pick up my setting powder and then apply on the T-zone area, the places where I initially applied the concealer, and I'm just going to leave it to bake for a while I go ahead to draw my brows. So I'm going to do a quick brow tutorial on this. This is not really as detailed as it should have been, but if you've been following up my videos, you'll see that I've been dropping some videos on how to draw brows. So just in case you want to know how to draw your brows, I'll just drop the link in the description box so that you guys can see. But for the reverse contour underneath the cheekbone, I went in with her shade of setting powder, just so that when I'm blending, it will be really easy for me to buff everything out. Right now I'm going to set her brows using a light shade of powder, still from my V Beauty cosmetic powder palette, and then I'm going to go ahead to draw the brows at this point. Alright, now I'm using a Davis brow pencil in the shade 0.03 to draw her brows. Do not go into dark, and make sure that your pencil is pointy. Make sure that it's not blunt. Right now I'm going to fill up the areas where she does not really have enough hairs, and then after doing that, I am going to conceal. So I'm concealing the brow using a shade of concealer that is about a tone lighter than that of her skin tone, and just so that I don't want everything to be too light, I'm just going to use this shade and then blend everything out properly. And then for the top of her brow, I'm going to use her shade of foundation, which is the one that we initially used all over her face, and I'm just going to conceal the top of the brow just to give me a very clean cut. Yep. So I'm going to conceal the top of the brow and do the same thing for her second brow. So right now we're going to move over to the eyes, and I'm going to extend the concealer that I used for the brow on the crease area like this, and then blend everything properly. And then for the eyes, I'll be using powder throughout today. So I'm going to use a very dark shade of powder. I just hope that you guys know that you could actually use powder in place of eyeshadow, right? And that's what I'm doing in this video. So I'm going in with a very dark shade of powder on the crease area like this, and I'm going to blend that towards the transition area. I'm going to apply this at the inner corner of her crease area, and then take it outside, like the outer corner of the crease area, and blend everything properly. And I'll repeat the same process on the second eye. Now this particular video, like this particular tutorial, is very simple. It doesn't take as much time as it would when you're trying to do a cut crease and you know all the ceremony when it comes to eyes. No, if you're just going in with one shade of shadow, it just makes the whole work really easy. And she was really going for a very simple look, and that was what I was trying to achieve. Right now I am buffing out the excess setting powder on her face. I'm just taking all of that out because it's over 5 minutes that we had all of that on the face, so I'm taking everything off. Once that is done, make sure that everything looks like her neck and doesn't look like she's putting on a mask. Just make sure that everything blends properly. Right now I'm going in with blush again because I feel like everything has cleaned off. The blush that I initially applied has cleaned off, so I'm going to reassure myself again by applying that on the face. And then right now I'm going in with mascara, and this mascara is from Kiss Beauty, and I'll be picking up her natural lashes with the mascara because you know the powder already created a mess. So right now I'm going to highlight her cheekbone and then towards the brow, underneath the brow, just because I want these areas to pop properly. I want her to really pop, like glow, to really look good. And I'll be applying this highlighter on her nose as well, and the jaw, the forehead, because I really want these areas to pop. And I also do the same thing on the eyes to give the eyes a facelift. It was already looking cool like this, but I felt like applying a highlighter on the eyes was going to make it pop better and was going to make it really come out nice. Right now I'm going to line her lips using the same shade of pencil that I used for the brows, and I'll be going in with nude lipsticks today. She was actually going for nude lips, and that's what we're trying to achieve. So once that is done, I'm going to go in with gloss because I want the whole lips to pop. I want this whole makeup to pop, and I'm really more of a glossy girl, so most of my makeup looks are gloss because it just changes the whole thing, like makes it really glow and comes out really nice. So why not gloss, guys? So once that is done, I'm going to apply powder underneath her eyes again because I want these lips to be really highlighted. So I'm going to go in with a powder that is about 2 shades lighter than that of her skin tone because I want underneath the eyes to pop a little bit. So once that is done, again I'm going to go in with falsies, and I'm going to place these falsies as close to the natural lashes as possible. You don't want the natural lashes to stand one side and then the falsies to also stand another way. So once you place the lashes, make sure that you compress the natural one with the artificial one. It just makes everything to stay together and makes it just one. So right now I'm going to go in with setting spray from Kiss Beauty to keep the whole makeup intact and so that everything looks good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope that it was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. I really love it when you guys do that. You can see how clean, how nice and cute this whole makeup looks. If you've not turned on the notification button, please do that so that each time I post you get a notification and you'll be the first to know. Please do check out my previous videos. I have lots of amazing stuff for you guys: how to tie gele, how to apply makeup, vlogs of all kinds. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.